would find out that my inability to understand what I read came from a learning disability, and that I was not stupid the way that the teachers actually had told me I was when I was young. Never underestimate a person who wants to be more in their life than what they are destined by circumstance to become. Reading recipes helped me tremendously with my dyslexia. Because I had to focus on one step at a time, I was able to process a recipe and create a story about that recipe in a way that a textbook book never worked for me. When I was 9, I joined my local 4 H club. That honestly did more for me than I could ever have imagined. And I'm probably standing here today because of that. It taught me presentation skills, the importance of nutrition and leadership, and it gave me social skills I was missing in the woods at home. It also helped me launch my first career as a professional singer, which I did for 16 years. Sometimes it was just me and my guitar. Sometimes I performed with a 4, 5, or 7-piece combo, and sometimes even with a 35-piece orchestra. Those were some fun times, traveling and entertaining through music. But all the while, my love for cooking and entertaining with my skills with food was right there in the back of my mind. When it came time for college, I was financially ill prepared. My parents never imagined their kids would be going to college. My mother had her secretarial diploma from high school, and my dad had his GED from the Navy. They just dreamed that one day their 3 children would graduate from high school. I was accepted to Madison College to study musical theater, which at the time was part of the communications school. And I loved that opportunity. I just never got to take it. I was also accepted to Virginia Tech to study food science or musical theater. I had my choice. And a few other universities accepted me as well, but they weren't as interesting to me as JMU, at the time Madison, or Tech. I also received a free ride to Huntington College in Mobile, Alabama, but in 1975, race riots were rampant, and I had no desire to live in Alabama, where my family could not see me and my life was possibly in danger. I had earlier had opportunities to leave home, including an offer from Walt Disney World to be a Main Street singer when I was 16. But coming from a small place with little worldly experience, I just could not envision myself doing that or leaving home. Another of my mantras: be bold, take risks. In life's short-sightedness, we often kick ourselves for the decisions we made. I may have failed myself a bit with that one, but in the long run, if I had gone to that job at that time, would I be here? Would I have the joys in my life that I have now? Probably not. So back to that college decision. If I went to Tech, I'd have rooming and housing to pay, as well as tuition. At Madison, I could live with my parents, stay at home, and I could just pay for tuition. But try as I might, and you'll appreciate this, I couldn't come up with the $585 to come here. Can you imagine paying that little? Because my family was so unfamiliar with the educational process, they just didn't know how I could get the money. Well, I received an invitation the fall of my senior year of high school to participate in the Junior Miss pageant. So it had 5 categories where you could actually win money, from $25 to $150 for the title. I had some talent, so I thought surely I'd be able to win $25, right? But I was a B average student, and the lowest grade you could have to be a junior miss was a B. So I knew that the academic scholarship would definitely not be mine. Well, I'm happy to tell you I applied all the money that I received when I won the Harrisonburg-Rockingham County Junior Miss pageant to enroll in Blue Ridge Community College, a whopping $150 for the title, $25 each for poise and appearance, physical fitness, and talent. Note the scholarship recipient was not me. With that $225, I was able to pay for my first semester, all of my books, plus some of what I needed for my second semester. Because we didn't have much money, luckily, a Pell Grant took care of all my lab expenses and the rest of my expenses for the next year. But the old Ford Fairlane I was driving took all of my money to do the 50 miles round trip between the gas and the oil it burned. I completed my associate's degree in general sciences with a focus on human anatomy and physiology, but I really had no desire to go further in that field. So I put my education on hold. That winter, I married Tom. We were 20. Tom. And we just had our 45th wedding anniversary. I'm very grateful for him every single day. He puts up with me. After Tom graduated from Virginia Tech, we moved to Tidewater, Virginia. I went to work as a personnel assistant for one of the shipyards in Newport News. Now, personnel assistants have to type a lot. Trust me when I say that I could not type 10 words a minute. But my boss quickly realized that I really liked math. Yes, I'm dyslexic, but I was very gifted with statistics. So I started working in the statistical analysis for workflow systems, as well as my other personnel duties, taking applications and interviewing people for jobs. Today we call that HR, but in my day, it was personnel administration. On my 24th birthday, I delivered a bouncing baby boy, our first son, Adam. Less than 2 years later, we welcomed Tim. Tim is 41 in July. Adam is 42. Tim is in Asheville, and Adam is married and the father of my two beautiful granddaughters that you've heard lots about. Isabella is almost 5, and Chloe is 8 months. He and his family live in Portland, Oregon. I'm very proud of all of my family and their accomplishments, and we visit when we can. Hopefully, retirement will lead us there a little more often. When the kids were little, I decided that I wanted to do some fun jobs. So first of all, I hosted my first TV show. It was about real estate. I had a catering company that gave me the opportunity to cater for the administrators of JMU. There was no Aramark at the time. Sorry, Adam. So I was free and clear to cater anywhere I wanted for anyone I wanted. At that time, Dr. Carrier was the president, and he and his vice presidents invited me into their homes many, many evenings to celebrate their parties and their family gatherings. And I had fun making all that food. In 1994, I bought my first storefront business where I sold food, wine, coffees, cookware, and taught cooking lessons. That led me to my next TV adventure. I was the first guest on a show that's quarterly on WVPT public television. When asked to be the host of the second episode, while a national search was being conducted to find the right person for the role, I said yes. I was thrilled. 17 years later, I was still hosting that show, but I had formatted it to weekly instead of quarterly. And Sarah Hodge's father was my director and producer. So I have known her since she was about this big.
You definitely got underfoot.
I closed the business in late 1999 and went to work for the TV station where I could focus more on my show. Within 6 weeks, I became the membership person who had to enter the pledges. Remember, I don't type great. I'm good at it now, but then I was not. Then I went to being the pledge producer and then the director of development, raising all the funds for the station. I worked at the station for 5 years while also working on my undergraduate degree in business administration and then a graduate degree in human resources. With undergrad complete, after 5 years at the station, I decided it was time for a change. I left with 4 offers and decided to take the one that I had from James Madison University. I started working here as Director of Development for the College of Arts and Letters and was the inaugural Development Director for the College of Visual and Performing Arts. My job was to build relationships that led to gifts and to manage the building fund for the soon-to-be Forbes Center for the Performing Arts. After 5 years, when the Forbes Center was built, as I represented JMU on the West Coast, it was time really for me to do something new. But I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do. I'd had so much fun in this job. I spent a lot of time on TV shows. I had VIP treatments on location shoots for TV, and I was a frequent guest on the Foley soundstage for movies. I had amazing friends who stay in touch with me to this day, all in Hollywood. And today, of course, they start their writers' strike. So I'm sure they're not going to write back for a while. So I continued with my HR degree. The courses were online and self-paced, which was really good for me. One day I was standing in my office and Reg Fukurasaki, my dear friend, came to my office door. Reg had been selected as the faculty member in residence in Antwerp for a semester, but because he taught the themed event class, complete with culinary arts, he needed somebody like me who might take his place. So he looked at me and he said, "Tassie, do you know anyone like you who has a master's degree who might be interested in adjuncting for me for a semester? Just one class." Like me, I said. "Reg, I'm about to finish my master's degree and I am your gal." Yes, Reg, I am your gal. Well, luck is something you must make for yourself. Opportunities are not happenstance. They are given to you because you do the work that makes you noticed. Being noticed for what you do is a combination of good luck and very hard work. Reg knew I could do the work, but he had no idea I was wrapping up the degree. What a great fortune it was that day when he stood in my door. I finished the degree and graduated over Christmas, so I was ready to start with Reg in January. In January 2008, I did my first adjunct class in culinary arts and was just getting my feet wet and training with Reg so I'd be ready for the fall. I had the best time of my life and I learned more than I can ever imagine or tell you. Reg was the perfect mentor for me, and I am grateful daily for his guidance and his friendship. I continued the culinary arts class a couple more semesters, and in 2010, when the School of Hospitality, Sport, and Recreation Management was formed, I became a full-fledged faculty member. I taught leadership, foundations of hospitality, sport, and recreation management, events management, and culinary arts. Every day was a joy until late that fall, 2010. I received word that a class action lawsuit had been filed against the university I had attended. It seemed that while they claimed they were accredited, they were not. They had pulled the wool over all of our eyes. The bottom fell out of my heart. I had just landed the job of my dreams, and a nightmare was looming on my shoulder. I went to Reg and to the dean to tell them the news. The dean launched a little plan, and Reg helped me. I was to work in the office as the director of external relations and could supervise the sport and rec internships and practicums and continue to teach culinary arts. But I did have to become certified. Not a problem. I could add 3 classes if I needed to become certified. That was no issue. I could add that load. But then he said to me, "Don't forget, you also have to finish up the undergraduate and the graduate degrees." Would August of 2013 possibly be a good date for you to be finished with that? If not, my position would be filled with someone else. I was having this conversation in November 2010, and he wanted me to have 4 or more years of school finished in less than 3, plus my culinary certification that would take 3 extensive exams and all of the coursework that would go along with it. Sure, I said, why not? I don't believe the dean really thought I could do it, but I'm a pretty darned determined person, and I think you know that. So I have an amazing support system, and I knew what I wanted. Reg and his wife, Diane, worked with me to develop a plan. Diane introduced me to the director of the adult degree program, and we went to work to see what would transfer from Blue Ridge Community College. Turns out, not much. You see, the community college was on a quarterly system, and JMU was on a semester system. I would need 87 credits to complete my undergraduate degree that December. But I could write my own plan, and it would be examined and assessed, and then I'd know if it would work. I could get 30 credits right out of the way with 3 portfolios, each worth a prescribed number of credits, and I wrote my plan to be a hospitality leadership degree student. 87 credits minus 30 credits is still 57 credits to complete in 1 year, plus my certification. Luckily, I was sitting on my master's thesis from the other HR program and was able to divide that to get 6 credits in the leadership program. Along with my classes, I had the ability to test out of 2 classes, which I did. That January, I took more than a full load and achieved the President's List for spring. I maintained a full load all summer, taking the maximum in each of the summer blocks, and throughout the fall, I maintained my President's List and graduated in December 2011. With Diane and Reg's help, I was able to immediately get into the graduate school in January 2012. I loved the classes I was taking in educational technology. They were amazing, and I loved every single minute of it. I was still maintaining my teaching, supervising all of my students in SRM, and hosting my show all the while. The goal was to have me back in the classroom the fall of 2013. And with a mere 33 credits to finish in 19 months, I knew I could do that. I had just completed a year of hell. My brain was a sponge, and I did everything I could to maintain my GPA. The only class I ever made an A- in was one of Diane's, because she was determined that I was going to achieve at the highest level in this program, and I'm so thankful for that. There was no margin of error. In August 2013, with her serving as my master's thesis advisor, I completed my master's thesis and walked confidently back into the classroom. In December, I walked the stage. GJ Hart was my graduation speaker. In true hospitality fashion, I held up the entire ceremony by hugging GJ and every dean and vice president on that stage. All John Alger could do was laugh, and when I finally got to him, he gave me the biggest hug. But no one except me on that stage, and the dean of the College of Business and the provost knew what I had been through. I was elated. Something I probably didn't mention, December 2012 brought a new challenge to me right in the middle of all of this when I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. February 2013 had its own challenges when Tom and I faced the unthinkable, a home invasion, complete with a gun. Woo! Too many things happened during this period, but we lived through it, and together we're all the stronger for it. Until tonight, only 2 or 3 people knew this story. So why do I share it? Well, because of a few of my mantras. First of all, education is a never-ending opportunity. It will better you. Take it when you can get it. Asking for help shows strength. And the last one is, you are never in as dark a place as you think you are. Let others help you find the light that you do not see. Frankly, I also want you to know how important it is to me to be your professor. So, from January 2011 until August 2013, I navigated through 87 undergraduate credits and 33 graduate credits, had surgery for cancer, and dealt with some emotional trauma. So we can all say that I'm here with you tonight. I just did it. My time at the Hart School has been good and rough in moments. Hopefully, I've shown you the good, and I've intentionally not shown you the bad. I've internalized that so that you would not see me falter. My time here has allowed me to understand what it means to view life with a little gentle hindsight. To not ask myself, what was I thinking? But instead to ask, what was I learning? I think that's important. In my time here, I've picked up lifelong friendships, certifications, degrees, an Emmy. It has given me global friends and colleagues who I adore. It has strengthened my relationship with mentors. My greatest mentor is Reg Fukarsaki, who I love and call my brother from a much taller mother. It has allowed me the chance to design a kitchen and to be part of developing new classes. As you make your way out into this world, I want you to remember that you are now stakeholders in the educational process of others who will come after you. Keep up with what's going on here. Know what is being taught. After all, you will be hiring these people in very short order. If you see something that's not right, speak up. I still receive calls frequently and comments about the systematic destruction of the themed events course because to many of the students, we had learned so much through this physical course that brought together leadership, management, and hands-on opportunity to the forefront. As we look to design and redesign curriculum over and over, be sure that the things that are important to you are maintained in this program. Surveys should be sent every time curriculum is changed to get significant input from you because the past needs to dictate the future. Always, if you receive that survey, answer the call because you can be part of the solution. For me, I believe culinary arts is our last physical class where students must participate together in creating an end product. While they may not see eye to eye in the kitchen, they understand the importance of following things to the end. They celebrate their creations every single week. And they learn that teamwork is not just on paper or in a presentation, often quickly forgotten. This is important to me. What's important to you? If you see this systematic dismantling of something that's important to you, you have to speak up. You are our shareholders. To speak up, you must stay in touch. We need to know where you are. My time does not end here. I have a lot to do, but the time is frankly getting a little bit shorter. Trust me when I say that I will live every day to the fullest and probably the busiest I can. With all this, I leave you with the mantras that echo every day for me. First, develop an attitude of gratitude. My parents taught me that, and my mother to this day is a grateful woman. While in ill health, she is grateful every day for every step she's able to take. She's proud of her children, as was my dad. They were both happy to see that while they lacked the desire or wherewithal to gain higher education, among the three of their children, all three of us, we have 4 undergraduate degrees, 4 master's degrees, and a PhD. Secondly, live life on your terms. Do all you can for yourself, for your community, for your family. Be grateful for the ability to continue to learn and take the opportunities presented to you. And third, and one of my most important mantras, let yes be your guide. Without that 3-letter word, that simple word, I wouldn't be here today. Yes, Reg, I am your gal. So thanks for giving me the opportunity to share a little bit about my life with you. And thank you for giving a little bit of your life back to me. So thanks. I promised you guys I'd take questions if you had them. So if you have questions, I'll take them. Anyone? No questions. Good. I said it all. That's what a good lecture is, right? You say it all. Aw, Miss Sally.
Hi.
Hey.
So we have a surprise for Tassie. First, we're gonna give her flowers just as a token of our appreciation.
You guys.
From a number of us.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
So
thank you.
we do ask you to sit down. We have a surprise.
Okay.
So while that's coming up, we do if everyone can stay. If everyone can go outside after this is over, we're gonna take a big group picture of everyone. It's part of a gift, so if everyone can hang out, that would be great. And after that, we have an ice cream sundae bar outside.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the best.
Hi, Tassie. It's been such a pleasure learning from you, and I'll cherish our Napa trip together and all the food that we made in class and in Napa. I learned a lot from you, and love you forever. Hi, Tassie. Thank you so much for welcoming me on this trip. You make me feel right at home, and even though I'm not a hospitality major, I've had so much fun and I've learned so much, and I can't wait to take this knowledge with me for the rest of my career.
Hi, Tassie. I'm so sad that you're retiring, but congratulations. I'm going to miss you so much. I enjoyed your class in the fall and the semester and going on this trip with you. I feel like I've learned so much. I've enjoyed the van rides with you, pointing everything out. You're so cute and I'm going to miss you so much.
Hi, Tassie. I just wanted to congratulate you on your retirement. You have accomplished so many amazing things in your career, and your excellence is effortless, and it inspires us all. Congratulations.
I'm so sad that you're retiring because I feel like I just got to know you. I feel like our relationship just has blossomed, and you're a great professor, and I love you. But I'm really sad to see you go. But I hope that you have great blessings in the future and enjoy the rest of your life.
Hi, Tassie. You're one of the best teachers that the Heart School has to offer, and we're so sad that you're leaving. I can't believe that I won't be taking the wine class with you.
Hi, Tassie. I'm so sad to retire, but I'm really appreciative. It's really good with you guys. Yeah, this is a very good trip with you guys. With Tassie and Tony. It's yeah, you're helping our logs in our class and the track. Hope you'll do better.
Hey Tassie, I just want to say happy retirement. I'm so proud of you and just all that you've done in your lifetime. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Not only for being an amazing professor, but being for an amazing role model for me. I truly do look up to you and as a mentor. And I just thank you for all of the time you spent in Jane Reader, helping grow part school and it still is. But enjoy retirement, enjoy traveling, and I hope to see you around.
Hi, Tassie. It's been awesome being with your students. I am so inspired by you, and I love going on that trip with you. You made it so exciting and fun. I learned so much. We got to drink so much wine, which was awesome. So I'm really gonna miss you. And congratulations.
Hi, Tassie.
I'm gonna miss you a lot. You taught me a lot, and you're always joyful and good smile on everyone's face.
Thank you so much for everything you've done for me and everyone who's had a pleasure of being your student. We're gonna miss you so much and don't know what we'll do without you.
I'm just so happy to have taken your culinary class. That was last semester. That feels like forever ago because now you feel like such a big part of my life. But you really made me like love the major, and I think like the most memorable professor I'll have all of college, and I'm gonna be really sad not saying hi to you in the hallways or just anything. But I'm very excited for you as well.
Hi, Tassie. Congratulations on your retirement from JMU. I know that you're going to still be working, whether it's the TV show or any of your other career, your other things that you do. I just want to say thank you so much for all that you've done for me. I know that without you, I wouldn't be the same student I am today, and also in these 2 short years, you have really unlocked my potential and showed me that food and beverage is a place for me. And I just want to say thank you for that. And once again, congratulations. And we're sad that you won't be here with us anymore, because I will be here for another semester. And I'm definitely
Hi, Tassie. Congratulations on your retirement. I love you so much, and I'll stay in contact with you right now. Thank you for a great trip, and I just wish you the best.
Hi, Tassie. It's Alyssa. I just wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me and helping me find my passion for wine. I'm so excited for you to be retired. I hope you enjoy yourself.
Tassie, I just want to thank you for everything that you've taught me in culinary and beverage management as well. You've really been an inspiration to me, especially since I want to go into culinary, and you made me make up my mind really about cooking. And I'm going to be really sad to see you go, but I know you're going to do amazing things.
Hi, Tassie. No, wait, restart. Hey, Tassie. I'm gonna miss you so much. Thanks for helping me get into grad school. I love you. Keep in touch.
I'm so grateful for everything that you've done to help me out, especially my sophomore year coming into a cooking class, being really nervous. You really helped open me up and be more involved in hospitality and everything.
Tassie is the heart and soul of the art school. From the moment I enter her classroom, it's just like being at home. I honestly treat her like family at this point. I'm texting her constantly about school, not school. Just a blessing to have her in my life. She's someone that I can't wait to stay connected with after I graduate, after she's retired. Yeah, it's been 2 years I've known her, but it feels like she's known me my whole life at this point. So, Tassie, happy retirement. The Heart School will definitely miss you, but I know you will have the time of your life in retirement. So, happy retirement.
I hope I get a copy of that. Or have access to that. $5. You're supposed to say a bottle of wine. Guys, this is just, what a way to go out. I mean, you know, JMU has been very good to me. And the fact that I'm finishing this career in Florence, Italy, I mean, you know, who can have better? Of course, there are a few of you I may be having in a letter. No, not you guys, juniors. Oh yes, a few of you. I will have in a class from July 3rd to August 15th. Don't forget. Okay. But thank you all so very much. You have been an amazing support system for me for lots of things in my life, and I appreciate it a lot. So thank you.
Photo op.